one of the foundations that I start my families off with is, what are your goals? What is it you see for your child's future? Because we're so conditioned to believe that the school system is the only thing that can provide it. That's not true. Not true at all. When you stop and think, what did you really learn in school other than the basics? Was it necessary? Even our colleges, the first 2 years are regurgitating the fundamentals you should have learned in high school anyway in order to garner more money. You actually only take 8 to 10 classes of whatever your major is. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, something really specialized like that, you're not going to take much more. Even in the tech field, 8 to 10 courses. And education is a business. And as a business, they're going to sell you on their product. And we have been conditioned our entire lives to believe in that product and to believe that only specialized people that can teach. And that isn't true. Now, you might not be a natural teacher. You may not want to really teach, and that's okay. There's so many other ways to get the job done that you don't really have to be involved other than their guide, which, by the way, that $100,000 school, that's what they call them, guides, not teachers. So you figure out what it is they need and what it is to teach to the test, just like the schools do. They teach to the test. Everything is basic. Think of that word, basic. They're not going above and beyond. It's basic. So your homeschool can go above and beyond. And really, the structure of school is they tell you, this is what you're going to learn in this class. And on Monday, this is the chapter we're going to go over. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to regurgitate that chapter. And then Friday, we're going to have a test on that chapter. So if you have a quick kid, or even one that can pick it up faster than that, that's a lot of wasted time. So the other thing to think about, what is it you want? I want them to go to college, because we have been conditioned on that for many, many years. College. And I fell into that trap too. But there's trade schools and learning a skill, with your hands or whatever, electricians, linemen. There's a really good meme where they show the lawyer, and yeah, he looks great. And if getting, respect or having, people look up to you is your thing, then that's the way you need to go. But the lawyer, he'll make $160,000 a year, but he'll also have that much in student aid debt. The lineman, after the 6 years the lawyer spent in school, is having zero debt and is making the same, about 120 to 160, depending on seniority. So trades pay. Electricians make a lot of money. Plumbers make a lot of money. Anybody like that. These are not things I looked at either, because I was so conditioned to think college. And then when I became a teacher, among other things, I started, really seeing the same patterns going, And of course, my first child, he was the basic guinea pig, like all first children. And he's been private schooled, public schooled, and homeschooled. He's been them all. My second and third child, they went a little bit to a paid preschool and whatnot, then a little bit to a little public school, and then I homeschooled. So I know of what I speak, and I have done this a lot with parents, just so you know. Thousands over 25 years. So the basics of homeschooling are realizing, what is it you want? If you think they can't get a job unless they go to college, or they can't get a good job that pays money unless they go to college, rethink that. That was when we went. That was maybe 10 or 20 years ago. It is not the case now. There are so many things you can do and so many ways to do it, because people are really fed up. But even if you choose the traditional route and you're like, I want them, to do school 100%, there are free and paid, of course, there's always paid, homeschool things that will keep them busy all day. There's Connections Academy. There's a bunch of others. And usually they're state-based. You will have to Google each state that you're in. And they're all free. They're all accredited. And the other thing about homeschooling that I get that a lot of people worry about is, what about a diploma? How will they get in college if I decide to do that and I decide they want to go to college? Legally, colleges have to accept your diploma that the parent makes, your transcripts. But even with that said, most of them don't even require that anymore. The other thing you can do is take an SAT, just like every other kid on the planet. But most times, you can just start little, go to college, take one class. Don't be fully registered yet. And believe you me, they want your money. They will help you find a way to go to their college. But there's really not hurdles. You just need to know what the framework is and what the steps are. They will help you, but I will also help you.